Hi, this is Liz from growcloseblogspot.co.nz, and what I've decided to do is do video tutorials rather than try and write the instructions down. Probably the main reason is that people have said that the instructions, while they're okay, they're a little complex and they don't get it, and this is probably the best way to see and learn how to operate a program. So hopefully by now you've downloaded inkscape and have been able to open it to this page. As far as I'm aware, this is the default page. I've probably opened mine up a wee bit more, I think, from memory. It opens up in half size and you have to expand it. Now I'll just go through the tools that we're going to use. This is called, over here on your left hand side in the toolbar, this is called your Draw, Bezier, Curves and Straight Lines tool. I'll just call it the drawing tool. And this is the one you probably use the most. It draws straight lines and it draws curves. This one above is a freehand. You probably don't really want to go near that one so much, especially not initially. It just, what it does is every time you stop or you shake a little, it'll put a node in and it gets very messy and it's hard to get a straight line using that. You'll also use this one, edit paths by nodes. A node is a point, I think I call them points, a coordinate on your sheet, and you can manipulate those using the X and the Y coordinates up here to identify exactly where that point is on your sheet. Allows you to measure, do a whole lot of other things. This one here is just select and transform, so it basically just allows you to take a line or a group of lines, if you've grouped them, and move them and transform them so you can push them in and out and stuff like that. The other tool is in the edit here, the undo button. On most programs they're sort of sitting up here, but they're actually under the edit, undo and redo when you've changed your mind. The other one is fill and stroke, which gives you the colour to your line. You can choose a colour and it gives the thickness to your lines. Those will be the main ones. I don't think I'm going to use anything else at this point. Alright, we'll set up the sheet first off, and I have covered this off, but I'll cover it off again. So you go to Document Properties in your File menu bar, and the default is PX, which is picked, which is the pixels in a screen. Well, you don't want those in case you want centimetres. You can see you've got inches, feet, metres, etc. But we're going to use centimetres because Fatimas pattern, she gives the directions in centimetres, and so that's the best thing to do. Right, so I've changed my page basically to centimetres, and the rulers here are centimetres rather than pixels. And I did say in my sheet that if you're particularly attached to inches, draw the pattern out in centimetres, and once you've finished, you can change all these settings to inches, and it won't change the ratios, it won't stretch your clothing or anything, your pattern. What will happen is it'll just change to inches and you'll have your pattern guides and things in inches. Right, I always work with a grid. It gives me a quick and easy reference to size. Your X and your Y coordinate is here, and it's 0 and 0. So they're both 0, 0, which is exactly what I want. X, Y. Now the spacing I want to be 1 centimetre. So I'm changing mine to 1 centimetre, and I'm going to get a major grid line, which is this, every 5 centimetres. So I've got a block of 5. When I'm counting up length, I just go 5, 10, 15, etc. Okay, and to get rid of that, just close it. It'll save your settings. Right, the second thing I do is get my pattern or Fatimas outline, and that is, I'm going to import it. So I use the import tab, and it's sitting on my desktop, which mine's defaulted to. You might have to find yours, and it's there, her tunic. I'm embedding it because it means it's going to be there permanently, in case I get it into my head to delete it and I still need it, which happens, believe me. And I'll just make it a wee bit bigger with these tools. You see we're on the select and transform tool, and this is the sort of thing you do with that one, just pulling it. Right, so we're going to be drawing this pattern, and what I'm going to draw initially with my drawing tool is a line to the bottom, a vertical line going up, a vertical line across, and a horizontal line going across, and a vertical line going down to the armhole space. Right, so let's get to it. Okay, I'm selecting my drawing tool, which draws straight lines and curves, and I'm just going to quickly draw a line along the bottom, double click here to stop it, draw it up, double click again to stop it. Whoops, click so many times I've lost it. Draw along here, double click to stop it, and down again. Don't worry too much about lengths or anything at this point, because you can do this all manually, and you could count out the squares, because why else have I got them? I use them sometimes, that's why. Right, but we will just move to our edit paths by nodes, which is here. I'm not sure that you can see what I'm doing properly. So what I will do before I do that is just make my lines thicker and another colour. So I'm making green today, and I'll increase the size. That should do it. You won't want them to be that big when you're doing a pattern, because it actually does change your widths. Right, so I need this coordinate here, and when you click on it for a single coordinate, you just click on the node. For the length of I've added a node and I don't want that. That's how you get rid of them when you add them in accidentally. For getting the length of this, for instance, if you ever needed that, you should be able to click in the middle and both ends highlight, and you get the coordinates for the line. Gosh, I'm trying to think of a word. Okay, so here I am on this one, and it's 0, 0, and that's correct, so I'm not going to do anything with that. This one here, it's 19 centimetres long, and it's sitting at 0, 0 to start the line. Okay, I actually need it to be 35 centimetres long, because that's what the team's got here, so I change this to 35. And it'll take my line right out to 35 centimetres long. Okay, so now I'm sitting on 35 centimetres long, and the coordinate is running along the 0, 0 line. Right, so we've done that one. This one here, which is this line on the pattern going up, and it's to be 75 centimetres. So that's running along the 0 line, and that's fine, but it's only measuring 15 centimetres. I need it to measure 75, so I'll put 75 up there. Right, now we've got this loop, because it's, I'll just make it a wee bit smaller. I was going to do that. It's not a problem. Just because I've moved one and then moved the others. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but my next point is there. And